Picture this. I'm 16 and I've had a severe nut allergy since I was a toddler. My school has my EpiPen on file and I carry a backup in my bag at all times. It's not a choice, it's a survival kit. Enter Mr. Miller. He was the kind of teacher who thought every student was out to cheat the system. He had this weird rule. Nothing on your desk but a pencil and paper. No water, no snacks, and definitely no toys. One afternoon in chem lab, the girl next to me opens a granola bar. Within seconds, my throat starts itching. Then the swelling starts. I can feel my airway closing up. It's like trying to breathe through a tiny, wet straw. I reach into my bag for my EpiPen. My hands are shaking so hard I can barely unzip the pocket. Mr. Miller marches over, eyes bulging. I said nothing on the desks, Tyler. Put that plastic gadget away, or it's going in the bin. I tried to gasp out the words, can't breathe, allergy. He actually scoffed. He looked at the class and said, see this? This is what happens when you don't study for a quiz. You start faking a medical crisis just for a pass to the nurse. He snatched the EpiPen right out of my hand. I reached for it, but I was so lightheaded I just slumped against the lab table. You can have your toy back at 3 p.m., he said, and he dropped it, plink, into the bottom of a heavy metal trash can. Everything started turning gray. My friend Leo jumped up and started screaming for the nurse, but Miller told him to sit down and stop enabling the drama. The next thing I remember is waking up in a hospital bed with my mom gripping my hand so hard it hurt. Apparently, Leo had sprinted past Miller, grabbed the EpiPen from the trash, and jammed it into my leg while Miller was still yelling about insubordination. If Leo hadn't moved, the doctor said I wouldn't have made it to the ambulance. Miller didn't just lose his job. The school board found out he'd actually hidden the used EpiPen under a pile of graded papers to try and cover his tracks. Now, he's facing criminal negligence charges. And I've got a settlement that's paying for my entire pre-med degree. I guess he was right about one thing. I did get that pass to the nurse. It just came with a side of justice. Would you like me to generate a different script with a more comedic or suspenseful vibe next?